So cool. What you got for me?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess the other thing which I've been doing more, which I like doing anyway, which is cooking more. Because we're here, I get to do things like simmer the food and let it cook throughout the day. So I guess the next thing is nutrition. So London's not with the in-laws, so we're kind of switching the cooking around. So I've got to be mindful of what they might cook as well as what I'm cooking. But last night I cooked a Thai green seafood curry, and I did batch it, so I've got 2 portions for lunch today.
A bit of rice or
last night I did, today I won't.
Okay.
Because I am working out more. Like I'm doing 2 workouts a day, pretty intense. So I'm having the carbs at the moment.
For those that aren't on the My Zone, which is our heart rate system, Leo, we're all connected basically, so we can all see when we're all doing our own workouts and when someone else is doing their workouts. But Leo is, for the month of April, so far ahead on the workouts that I feel like that's all you've been doing. So I reckon you're about 10 workouts ahead of me, which is a lot. Which is probably 2 weeks worth of training, to be honest, isn't it? You've been smashing it.
Well, I mean, when we talk about hobbies later, I'll
okay. We'll stay with nutrition. Stay with nutrition.
I can do it.
Yeah. So touching on the nutrition, what are you given the current climate, have you found that you've adjusted anything to your nutrition, or is it just all sort of, normal routines so far, and watching your macros, so protein, carbs, fats? So what's happening there?
So I've changed. So obviously Easter aside and those little bits of chocolates aside, my snacking hasn't been too bad. My biggest change is I usually intermittent fast. Yep. Because it's easiest when you're working in the morning. My first break, it's quite consistent for me to have it at 11 and 12, like my lunch. Whereas now, because I'm home, I'm actually having a breakfast and stuff.
So you're starting your day. What are you having breakfast?
So I was probably having toast, something simple, nothing huge, but stuff that I wasn't having before.
Keep talking, someone's at the door.
I'll pause. So that was probably the biggest change. So I'm not having like a huge breakfast, but one day I might have porridge, and then like it's probably just something simple like toast or whatever, maybe yogurt and muesli. But now I'm actually starting to get back into the intermittent fasting again. So I might just
sorry to cut you off. I was just going to say, for those that home are listening, just give us your version of intermittent fasting, when you do it, and how long for.
So mostly I do it kind of Sunday to Friday, I guess. So my first meal would be at about 11 o'clock.
Yep.
11 to 12, depending on clients, whatever. And usually pretty healthy, no carbs really.
Right.
It's more just
like protein and fats, or
so that maybe like healthy carbs, like sweet corns and stuff like that. Like maybe kidney beans if I was making up a dish at home.
Yeah.
Then for dinner, it would be like meats and salad, or like a high veggie kind of stir fry,
Good.
Between 11 and 8.
Right. Yeah. So that's your eating frame. So from 11 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. Yeah. Talk to us. How long have you done that? And for anyone that's thinking about doing it at home, potentially what benefits have you seen from it that you could pass on?
Yeah, so worthwhile. Probably took me a while to get into it because being
pretty
Irish, like my big meals. But once I did it, probably took about a month maybe to really get into it and get into that routine. Doing it for a good 2.5 years consistently.
That's how you stay so lean.
Pretty much. But no, the thing is, it's not just about intermittent fasting is right. It's about finding the right diet for you and your routine. 9 to 5, breakfast, lunch, dinner is never going to work for me or you because we might have clients from 5 to 8. If we eat too late at night and we're going to go to bed and then we're up 6 hours later, it's going to do the wrong things for the body.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just touching on that, like what you said at the start, you've finding out what works for you. I highly recommend anyone that's thinking about trying a diet or something like intermittent fasting, giving it a go, but also doing it with a fairly open mind that, you know, you might only be able to do it for a couple of months or half a year, or it might not be something that is sustainable in the long run. But, you know, if you are, you know, looking to ways of, you know, potentially, you know, stripping some body fat or, you know, just trying new ways around your eating, give it a go, but obviously consult with, you know, one of us or a nutritionist before you do it. Just and have it. There needs to be probably a really good why around it, doesn't it? Like for our, you know, your why is based on your schedule, your work schedule, but for someone that's just doing a normal 9 to 5, you know, you got to work out why they would do something like intermittent fasting. Touching on that as a whole, if you're eating the same foods week in, week out, and you're not getting any results, then it's kind of like, well, why would you continually persist with that?
Yeah.
You know, why wouldn't you explore, you know, a different variety of breakfasts, different variety of snacks, different variety of, you know, lunches and then dinners, you know, keeping things, you know, keeping things fresh and exciting. And, you know, we're not robots. So we require different foods, and, you know, what sort of, you know, macro split works for you. And for those at home, that's your protein, carbs and fats. What works for you in terms of protein, carbs, fats doesn't necessarily work for me, you know, with different body shapes. So something, I guess, as we go, you know, through the weeks, that if people at home are interested in finding out more about percentages of what works for them, and this is pretty detailed stuff, but, you know, total grams of daily macros and what you need, you know, so your carbs, protein, fats in grams, and then what that equates to in calories, you know, so that either you're in a deficit to lose weight, strip body fat, or a surplus if you're bulking or putting on weight and size. So yeah, it's a good topic. It's one that we could, certainly, you know, rant and rave on for a while and, you know, express our views. But I think, for me personally, I love having breakfast, and I get a little bit foggy in the head if I don't go to work without something in my stomach. So, but for others that potentially that don't, they're probably already, without even knowing it, they're intermittent fasting. So, yeah.
The thing about that is, like, if you are doing a diet, I mean, diets shouldn't, people associate it with eating small amounts of food. A diet is actually just what you eat every day. But if you're hungry every morning and you're doing an intermittent fasting, something's still not right. Like, you shouldn't be hungry. So something's not working for you. So having breakfast is important.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, if my stomach is rumbling at 9 o'clock, I will go and get like a little protein bar.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go out and buy a KFC or McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like,
you're not going to have an egg and bacon McMuffin, are you?
Yes. I'm like, they won't be sponsoring this web chat, but
I think that's smart too, just in terms of, you know, not fighting hunger. And, you know, like, you know, if somebody was potentially, not intermittent fasting yet, they were coming in to do a workout, and that hunger pain was really setting upon them, and they were thinking, no, I need to just eat after the session. It's not necessarily the case, because your performance will be, you know, really affected if you haven't had, you know, some quick energy release. So, like, you know, some fructose, so a banana, a date, some almonds, an apple, anything, just to get a little bit, you know, half a protein bar, as you mentioned. Just we certainly, you know, nutrition and performance for training is something you don't want to sort of just take lightly.
If you're a snacker and make healthy ones instead, like when you're making breakfast, go cut up your capsicum and your carrots, have them ready. So that way later on, rather than reaching for a bar or nuts, you got like your carrots ready, get a bit of hummus or tzatziki, whatever. Because I found that as well a little bit, because we were making bread and stuff. We had a lot of bread in the house, so I was actually snacking a little bit, not going overboard, but then I'm thinking I don't want to get into a habit of it, because that's where you get into trouble.
Yeah. So, there's a few ways we go. So mindless snacking is a huge problem for a lot of people, because we think, we've been told, breakfast, snack, lunch, snack. But if we're blowing our snack out in terms of our quantity and how much we're doing it, we can be going to that, what we call that's calorie surplus, by 200, 300, 400 a day, and that makes it extremely hard for people to get results. Yeah. So adding to that, having almost, and it is quite strict way to do it, but having a kind of like your snack plan laid out. So for instance, you have your brekkie, whatever that may be, and then the snacks, I have 10 to 15 almonds, or I have 1 apple, or 1 banana, or 2 dates, or half a protein bar, and then you stick to that. That's the plan, and you know that those snack options will certainly see you moving towards a better result based on what calories you're having. Whereas if we're just like, Leo or Nick said, have snacks, have those almonds, but you're picking at the almonds all day, unfortunately, that's going to be really counterproductive. Cheat meals, another big topic that we could cover. And in terms of that, it all comes down to balance, doesn't it?
Well, that's it. Like me personally, I don't plan a cheat day. Like I know a lot of people plan Saturday, but I'm like, well, I like eating healthy. So instead,
I think that's a good, I don't think sorry to cut you off. I don't think that's a good habit for people to fall into, is like work really, really bloody hard during the week, possibly calorie deficit 3 or 4 days if that's their goal, to lose weight and body fat, and then go ridiculous on the cheat day and overeat by 1,500 calories. Your results really going to be hard to get anywhere with that sort of mindset and that sort of plan, if that's consistent. Every, let's say it's Saturday or Sunday, that you blow your macro, you blow them out by almost double. You are, you've eaten, basically the deficit counts for nothing. So
exactly. And I mean, I don't want to go out on a Wednesday or Thursday night with friends and go, I can only have a chicken salad because I'm going to have a cheat on Saturday. Get your bad meal then and eat nice on Saturday.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And if it's going to be, if we use the word, like, it shouldn't be cheat day. It should be like, all right, let's say you can have one meal that's, it's more of a luxury, we'll call it a luxury meal, or a meal that that you can only have once a week or once a fortnight, whether it's burger, chips, pizza, or you've something else along those lines. But you only have it if it's, as you said, if you're out with friends at a pub and you think that's what I want, but it's not something that you've made a consistent habit every week.
Yeah.
Because that in itself is only going to sabotage what you're looking to achieve if your goal is to, as we touched on, weight loss or body fat loss. So the topic, it's a big one. As I said, people start throwing you questions about cheat meals or meals that they think that might be a bit naughty, how often they can have them and when you can best answer them. Because you got to live. We're human beings. You got to have a bit of fun. Like, you got to enjoy life as well. So that's important. So we're not looking to restrain anyone and say you can't have this or you shouldn't have that. It's all about finding the right balance, I guess.
Yeah, because you want to have a good habit, and also you don't want to cut the parma out of your life forever. If it's something you have later on
Yeah.
all the time, you know. So the Parma's just a good, you know, for
The
bad
dirty Parma. Emily likes a Parma. Shout
food.
out, Emily. Parma girl. I'm not really a Parma guy, so I'd rather get a burger.
I fell in love with them when I moved here because we didn't
Yeah,
really have.
I don't think they have back in Ireland.
Ah,
Jeez.
so it
Is
was
that why
one.
you moved here, or you
No,
moved here for Parma, did you?
I moved here because neighbours said it was always sunny and everybody's houses had a back garden. So it had a pool. That's not the truth.
So yeah, just recapping, I think, you know, making sure you guys at home have got a good routine by now. So, you know, getting up, walking, exercising, doing that, I reckon at the start of the day is probably preferable. That's probably my best advice. Get it done. Get your head clear before you get stuck into your work at home on your laptop or your device. Plan out your eating for the day. So that includes, so your breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. Make sure you're organised. And yeah, just keeping up good, healthy, routines. So, making sure you're getting enough sleep, not spending too much time just binging Netflix shows or anything like that. Take on a new hobby, like we've mentioned, podcasts, books, training at home, growing a beard. Using the time, I guess, to discuss, pick up a new trait that you can at the end of this go, oh, what did I get out of it? Rather than all I did is just work from home. Have something that you can look back on in 10, 15 years time and go, oh, I got off my ass and I did something else as well, and I'm proud of that. So I think for for our mental health, like we're always talking in here about physical health and training, I think it's just as important to keep the brain ticking over with different stimulus. So whether that's a puzzle, a new book, a new game, trivia with a friend online, or walking in a part of nature that you haven't done before, or trying something completely new. I think that's probably the best thing to take out of the times that we're in.
Absolutely.
How long it's going to be for.
Like learning one new thing a day is like super, and it doesn't matter. It can be like a simple fact, or it can be to cook a meal.
Sure.
But blow it up once a day.
Yeah. Nah, I think that's good. Definitely. Yeah. New stuff. Avoid just too much mundane. Work, sleep, repeat. Eat, sleep, work, repeat. That's a song, isn't it? Yeah. Try not to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been good, mate. Good to catch up.
Yeah, you too.
Well, hopefully my beard by next week or the next time we do this is taken on some further formation, and we can keep giving the viewers what they want. Two guys with beards talking turkey.
Yeah, it'll be Gandalf and Zoran. Was that the other guy's name, Zoran?
I'm dressing up next week
now. To take the bins out?
Yeah. Just to count. I'm just in here to keep an eye on Ambrose, make sure he's up to everything's above board.
That's good.
Thanks, mate.
For listening, guys.
Thanks at home.
And we'll make this a weekly thing. So this will be a 2-part one, obviously. So
I like it. Post some feedback, guys. Comments, what you like, what you didn't like, any questions for us, and any topics, I guess, that you might want covered in next week's session, and keep us from rambling on, I guess.